I was 16 that winter, standing behind the gym with two friends pretending we knew more about life than we actually did. Somebody handed me a cigarette like it was a ticket into a different version of myself. Older somehow, more certain somehow. I lit it anyway. The last one tonight, that's what I told myself. Before the first drag, before the coughing, before my eyes started watering. I hated it immediately. The taste was awful. My head felt strange. The smoke burned my throat. And I remember wondering why anybody did this on purpose. My friends laughed. I laughed too. Mostly because I didn't want to look like a kid anymore. The last one tonight, the cold air around us, the orange glow at the tip, and all of us pretending we belong somewhere. The cigarette ended quickly, but the walk home didn't. I remember that part better. Street lights on wet pavement, cars passing every few minutes, my jacket pockets full of absolutely nothing important, and smoke following behind me. For some reason, I liked the way it looked. Not the cigarette, the smoke, the way it drifted upward, the way it disappeared without asking permission, the way it seemed older than I was. I thought that meant something. The last one tonight, the promise I made halfway down an empty street, that I'd never do it again. 16-year-olds make promises like the future is listening. Most of the time it isn't. I got home late, the house was quiet, everyone asleep already. And I stood outside another minute, watching the cold air, trying to feel different, trying to feel older, trying to feel like something had changed. Nothing had. The last one tonight, still living somewhere inside that winter evening, inside those empty streets, inside that version of me. Years later, I barely remember the friends, I barely remember the conversation, I barely remember the brand, but I remember the walk, the silence, the smoke drifting upward under yellow street lights, and the strange feeling that growing up was waiting just around the corner. I know better now. Most growing up happens quietly, not with cigarettes, not with big moments, not with declarations, just ordinary days passing one after another, until one morning you realize the kid walking home through the winter air is gone. I was 28 then, a crowded bar downtown, music louder than necessary, people talking over each other like silence costs money. I went outside for a cigarette, mostly for air. Outside the bar, cold night on the sidewalk, neon lights reflecting in puddles, and strangers moving past us without noticing anything. That's where I met her. She was standing near the corner, looking at an unopened pack, like it had personally disappointed her. Then she laughed to herself before lighting one anyway. I laughed too. She asked what was funny. I said, it looked like someone losing an argument. She nodded. Every day, outside the bar, smoke rising between us, traffic moving slowly, and two people failing to quit the same habit. Neither of us smoke much, at least that's what we claim. One cigarette became two, two became a conversation, and somehow the conversation lasted longer than either cigarette. That surprised me. Most nights end differently. You exchange names, forget them later, finish your drink, go home. This wasn't that. Outside the bar, the city carried on around us, people coming and going, the door opening behind us every few minutes, and neither of us leaving. She talked about moving away someday. I talked about jobs I didn't care enough about. We talked about apartments, parents, bad coffee, long commutes. Nothing dramatic, just real things, the kind people usually skip. Outside the bar, the cigarette already gone, but neither of us noticing, because somewhere along the way the smoke stopped being the reason. Around midnight, someone called her name from inside. She looked back once and looked at me like she was deciding whether the evening was ending or changing direction. It ended, at least eventually. A few months later, life happened the way it usually does. Schedules changed, numbers disappeared, messages slowed down and then stopped. No fight, no heartbreak, no final scene, just distance. Outside the bar, still living in my memory, not because of her exactly, not because of what happened, because of where it happened. Last year I walked past that same corner, the bar was still there. Different people, different music, different lives happen inside. but the sidewalk looked identical. I stopped for a minute, watching strangers step outside, holding cigarettes, starting conversations, ending conversations, completely unaware that one ordinary corner had somehow survived, long after the people didn't. And standing there, I realized I remember that sidewalk better than I remember her face. I'm 39 now, and some nights after midnight I drive down to the shoreline, park near the rocks, and sit there a while. The city stays behind me, just distant lights across the water blinking quietly, like they're speaking to somebody else. I light a cigarette, smoke above the water, drifting into the dark, carried away by wind. Long before I finish watching it disappear, I don't think it's about smoking anymore. Maybe it never was. The first drag tastes familiar, not good, not bad, just familiar, like an old song you stop questioning. The waves move slowly, that's what I notice most now. Not the cigarette, the pause. Smoke above the water, a few minutes with nowhere to be, no messages to answer, no conversations to continue, no decisions waiting tonight, just breathing. At 39, life fills itself up somehow. Bills, appointments, work, people asking things, days disappearing into schedules. Sometimes the only empty space left is this. The cigarette burns quietly, the shoreline stays quiet, the world keeps moving without asking me to join it for a little while. And honestly, that feels good. Smoke above the water, twisting through the air, then vanishing completely, like it was never there at all. I watch every time, not because it's interesting, because it's predictable. Some things leave exactly when they're supposed to. A few years ago, I thought habits were about pleasure. Now I think some habits are places, small rooms in inside a day where nobody expects anything from you. This feels like one of those. Smoke above the water, the wind carrying it away, the tide carrying itself away, the night carrying another hour away. Everything moving without effort. The cigarette reaches the filter. I put it out and stay another 10 minutes. That's the part I never understood when I was younger. The cigarette ends, but I don't leave. The silence was always the point, not the smoke, not the nicotine. Just sitting beside dark water, listening to waves, watching lights across the bay, and letting the day finish by itself. Smoke above the water, gone before it reaches the horizon, gone before the next wave arrives, gone before the night is over. And somehow that's exactly why I keep watching it.